Hey everybody, welcome back to Game Addicts. I'm your host, Carlos Charlie. I'm here with Nearing Nirvana channel with the Team Nerd Herd. And here, well, we play games so that you don't have to. And right now, today, we are going to play Atomic Heart. Now, I chose this game because it really reminds me dearly of another game. And also, I have a special guest with me here. This guy, he's pretty much the guru of gaming. If you think I'm passionate about gaming, this guy is over the top on it. Pretty much, we love the games that we play together. I've known this guy for a long time. Here's my friend, my brother, Shinke Day. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, dude, what's up? What's up? Thank you for having me on the show today.
Excellent, dude. Yeah, thank you so much for coming on because I know you're busy. You have a lot of stuff going on. So thank you so much.
No, I wouldn't miss a podcast about this topic. So
Mm-hmm. Hold on, see.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Sorry, something came up on the board, but also, and also, one more thing before we get started on this game and we talk about it. I want to give a shout out to pretty much to our sponsors and everybody else. Also for Beats by Munsta. He's the one who creates all the beats and all the our podcasts and shows. Follow him on Instagram. He has a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool beats, man. Check out social media. And if you ever listen to his stuff, drop him a like, message, anything. He's a very nice guy, awesome person. And also, we'd like to thank TNH Horseman for making all this possible. So check out Santee Rude, Something Wong, The Anime, etc. And also Glenn 2K12, who's also very, very well in the gaming community. I know he likes Dark Souls and all the other games. So hopefully I see him on here today, but we'll see. And also use code Nerdvana14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. Now, this is a cool website for mostly comics. So if you want to check out prices or what's hot, what's new, what's not, check this out. And for 99 cents, this is actually a really good deal. I just got this app a month ago and I've been checking it out. And if you're really, really into, investing and like I said, seeing what's new and what's not, for 99 cents, that's nothing. I mean, knowledge is power. So 99 cents for power. Yeah, I think so. I think that'd be good. So yeah, so take that out. And also please do not forget to use 10H10 for 10% off your purchase over at Bird City Comics. Now, this website, I thought it was only comics, but they have a lot of cool pop culture stuff. They even have toys and collectibles, which I like as well. So comics, toys, collectibles, I mean, what more do you need? So that's like everything there for you in one shot. So that's pretty cool. And now let's see for today. Oh, also, hey, GT Key Comic. I mean, you're always the first one on here. I don't know how you do it, but thank you so much for being on the chat. And yeah, I mean, if you have any questions or comments, please, man, leave them there. Or if you want us to play another game or anything else, please let me know. So please let us know so we could actually, upload this game or do whatever. So Shinke, I know you played this game, Atomic Heart, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's what I've been playing right now.
awesome, because I know. Hold on, let me bring this up. Let's see here.
You're playing the Game Pass version, right?
Yes, sir. Game Pass version. Let me see here.
Nice.
Layout.
So have you started it, or are you going to start it for the first time?
No. The thing is, I've started it already, but in order to play it with everybody, like to everyone to get the story, I would
Okay.
like to, know what's going on with it, or so everyone can find out. Hold on, I need to put this. Okay,
Yeah,
there we go. Sorry, I couldn't get the layout down. Oh, we got it. We got it. We got it. No, because yeah, the thing is, I played. I'm. I of course haven't beat the game, but I'm in it to know what's going on, and the reason why I also chose this game, and also why I wanted you to play this game with me, is because we are BioShock fans. Kevin Levine. I mean, we've been following him for the longest time, ever since BioShock 1, and I remember that you sent him you did a post and he actually replied to your post long time ago. Remember that?
yeah. That's when I made a D&D character with his name. And he was like,
Exactly.
"Oh, that's an honor." That was a long
Yeah.
time ago. They actually announced their upcoming game from. It's not a rational game anymore.
Mm.
It's called Ghost Stories, I think. Yeah, it's called Ghost Stories.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
they announced their newest game on December. It's called the Judas Contract or the Judas
Okay.
something.
Okay.
And yeah, that's pretty hype because dude, we haven't seen a game from Levine since
Infinite, right?
2013. Yeah, since Bioshock Infinite.
Wow, and the BioShock Infinite was to me, it broke down, like, a lot of levels. To me, it was groundbreaking. I love BioShock 1. I never knew, that game existed until I saw something about it. I'm like, "I'll try it out." Man, that game blew my mind.
Mhm,
I mean, it's one of those, well-recognized games, and we both loved it. We both always talked about it,
mhm.
and we played Infinite together. We did a launch stream on the PS3 on Infinite together, if I'm correct, right? We did
Yeah.
something. So that was awesome. So that's why I wanted to bring you on here. This game has a lot of BioShock DNA in it, and this is made by a totally different developer. I think it's called Munfish, right?
Yeah, it's Monfish. It's a team, mostly Russian, but they
Yeah.
are like based everywhere in the world. Like they have a very multicultural team.
Mhm,
But yeah, it is Monfish. It's their very first game,
mhm.
and for their first outing, I think they did a really good job.
Oh my god, yeah,
Really
what I
good
played,
job.
I love that atomic punk, dystopian,
Yeah.
futuristic, I love that. I think it's if I wanted to make a game, I make it something like this, but I don't think I'll nail it because it's really hard. I mean, the art direction, the story, you need to get everything right. Otherwise, it's like making a recipe for something. If you add too much of anything, people will
Mhm,
complain, it will look sloppy, it won't look good.
mhm.
So you gotta really be careful on how you make games like this, and I think they really topped it off. So that's why I chose this game to play for today.
Yeah, and in general, I think I am liking the game more than I am not. So
Mhm.
probably like if I had to rate it, I'll give it like an 80,
Nice.
75%.
That's fair.
There's some things that I think since they're a new team, they
Mhm.
could have avoided.
Mm.
They could have done better, but
Mhm.
overall the game is really good. I don't feel it's as immersive sim as probably like a Bioshock or
Mhm.
System Shock, but it sets a really good foundation. So if they
Mhm.
want to continue, I know the game did well, so they guarantee to have another game coming up. So if they want to continue with this and they want to make an Atomic Heart 2, and they polish a little bit more of the gameplay, it's something to actually keep an eye on because these
Mhm.
guys they have a really good future
That's
from them.
true. And I love the little like art designs. Like for example, like even this, like the little, you know, it reminds me so much of the Pip Boy from
Yeah,
Fallout 4. You know, talk about like the cartoon stuff,
yeah,
and it's kind of funny too. This is what I chose on my last gameplay, Armageddon. And you know what? I was
yeah,
struggling. I was
uh-huh.
struggling, but then after you get some abilities, it makes it easier. And also use your environment. Otherwise, you will not make it. So I'm playing it on this, but for the sake of, of streaming, I'm just going to put it on local malfunction just for the
Okay.
hell of it.
That's funny. Also, the difficulty levels, the
Mhm.
way they describe it is not like easy, hard, difficult. They actually like tailor them to different type of experiences. Like for
Yeah,
example, it's more like yeah, the easy mode is story wise. The normal mode is more like exploration and stuff, and
mhm,
the hard mode is if you want to like if you are really good in combat. So if you want to focus on combat, you want to do it on the second on the highest difficulty. But
exactly. Oh, Apollo,
yeah,
hey, first, man. Hey, thanks for joining us, man. Really, truly appreciate it, man. Truly appreciate it. Oh, you're watching the toy box. Oh, yeah, this morning. Yeah, we had a lot of cool stuff on there, man. Hopefully you finished it. Hopefully you've, emptied your wallet and got some cool stuff on there, man, for sure. But sorry, yeah, Shinke, you're right though. It's tailored depending on what difficulty you choose it on. And that's why I'm on to the battle.
I
That's why I
really love this
chose
place.
the
Good
Armageddon one, the hardest
vibes.
one.
The Chelome complex was built from the ground up to
and
be the
and the
ideal
funny thing,
comfortable
I
workplace.
think
Candy
they
Club.
actually
I've been here before.
they started the game trying to make like their own Fallout, but
Yeah.
they ended up being more like Bioshock. So, because like this some of the aesthetics and stuff is like gearing towards more like Fallout, but in the end the game is something completely different.
It
But
is like here, this to me here, this is infinite right here.
yeah, oh yeah,
This is Bioshock
there's a
Infinite.
there's a couple of sections that give a lot of Bioshock. That intro it is very Bioshock Infinite.
Exactly. And I
When I
love
saw
it.
the first time, I was like, dude, this is great.
I know, me too. When I saw this, I was like, oh, I'm in for a treat. And my bar was really low because this is from kind of a new developer, and I was like, I'll give him a shot. But from what I played, I'm like, dude, this is good. Oh, look, even exactly, Apollo. Looks like Bioshock Infinite. And if you're a fan, this is
Would
something
you
to look
care
forward
for
to.
some more soda,
Yeah,
comrade?
it is very Bioshock. It is more like Bioshock Infinite. I don't know. The
Sure, thanks.
it is probably like closer to what they wanted Bioshock Infinite to be.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, you do.
I would believe that. And this guy has hand power. Yes, he does. And eventually, you get upgrades. That glove you have is like AI. It talks to you and
Looks
all
like
that
another
cool
bot
stuff.
got stuck in a tree.
The powers are not as
That always
crazy
cracks me
though,
up.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
they're not that diverse. But yeah, you
Reveal
do
the
get
robot's navigation
powers.
systems.
Yeah,
I actually
noticed.
think the ability tree here is more detailed
Wow, what
than
a
the one
beautiful
on
day.
Bioshock.
You're right. Because you have one
Bioshock.
ability, Shack. But you have one ability, and from that ability, you kind of build up on little things on that ability. So that is a little more detailed. You're right.
What's up with your
Yeah.
Volvas box, Andre? They're
Yeah,
going
because
haywire.
you get
What
one
the
main
hell
power
did you
that
do
I'm
to
not gonna
them?
spoil for whoever who hasn't played it. You
Cool,
get one
cool.
main power, but after that, the other powers are more like complementary, like in Bioshock. And especially
Give me your
Bioshock Infinite,
control
you can do
code.
like some crazy
I'll set 'em
combinations and
straight.
stuff.
I'll pick his
And you got like some wide range of powers. But
Right.
here's just
Get to
they
work, you
gravitate
bugs.
around the same
Move it.
kind of gimmick. So
Move it.
it is not
Yeah.
diverse, but when it comes to like develop the powers and develop your character, you can see a lot of differences.
That's cool. That's really cool. I haven't got all the powers yet on my other gameplay, but I mean, I have enough to make the game a little bit easier.
When one thing though that this game has that is really cool is that you can respec at any
Good
time
morning,
with
Dr.
no
Sechenov. I slept fine.
penalties.
Waiting
That's
Like,
cool.
How do you like the new glove?
Because for example, you can like there are some puzzles that you need to solve in a certain way,
designed the device
and if you
myself.
don't have that power, you can
Careful with
respec,
it
solve
now.
the puzzle, come
It's
back
more
and respec
important
back
than
to
you
what
might
you had.
think.
And
Yes,
you have
Dr.
no
Sechenov.
penalties
I'll
at all.
keep it safe.
Actually, the game does
your integration with the glove.
teach you that.
I've got
They
a
give
full
you.
schedule today,
Right now,
so
I've been
get high
limiting
on
myself
Stockhouse
on
and
my
we'll get you up
playthrough
to
not to
speed.
do that.
I'll
So
be
I've
in
been
touch
trying to
later.
build
Roger
around how I want to play the game like permanently. But if
Mhm.
I wanted to fix something, I can just like respec and fix something.
That's cool. And then respec it back to whatever your build is. I think that the freedom of that, I really love that because you don't want to be stuck. We were talking about this in backstage. How I hate choosing a skill tree, which later on I regret
Krista,
because
get
the
off
other
my
skill
case
tree
already.
is cooler. So
Yeah.
that respec, I love that in any game because, I mean, I don't want to make
Dickhead.
mistakes.
Or,
Being
or
something I
feel
don't
like
do.
or feel that you're not playing the game the way it's supposed to be played, like quote
Mhm.
unquote. And like, oh, I didn't expect on this and this, so yeah, I'm not playing. I'm not having the right experience with the game. Like, and
Exactly.
and this is something they very cleverly they thought about it, and the solution they gave us is simple, and I don't think it's elegant because like respecting a character is a lot of time consuming, very time consuming, but it is like really welcome the fact that you can do that.
Right?
But again, it's one of those things that they, with a little bit more polish and probably the next game, they can make a really awesome system out of it.
You're right. Yeah. I really this will be like, the foundation of something.
Yeah,
And I would love for them to add on to this, like you said. You're right, dude. And the thing is, whenever I play a game, first person, I always see if I could see my toes or my body.
Oh, yeah.
That's like an extra plus. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be this floating torso fighting, whatever. So I always check that first. I'm weird like that, but yeah, I gotta have a body when I play.
there is this one VR game besides Bioshock and Fallout. The other game that I always get reminded of while playing this is this
Oh.
one.
No, this is
no.
Munfish, a totally different developer. They're more of a Russian. How do you say?
It is
They-
a Russian developer.
Yeah, it's a Russian developer, but they're all over. They're not only in Russia; they're like all over in other places. I think,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, and this is their very first game, so they haven't made nothing before this.
But it looks AAA, which I think.
Oh, yeah.
You consider this AAA. Yeah.
Yeah, it does have a AAA budget. And,
That's so Bioshock right there, dude. That's so Bioshock.
Yeah.
Bioshock.
And the whole the whole the carnival, the
Aha.
festivities and stuff, like celebration,
They took a
and
cue
like
from
how
that.
everything was the shit from nowhere. Yeah.
And also, I love how the fact that everybody has a conversation. Like, for example, these people are taking pictures and they're having their own conversation on what to take a picture of. And also, if you go here, people are having their own conversations. So the world feels alive. Like things are going on around you, not just lame AI or whatever. NPCs.
Oh yeah, so I was saying that besides Bioshock and Fallout,
Mhm.
there's this other VR game called Bondworks that this gives me a lot of vibes.
Yes,
It
I
is
think
their
it's the
first
first.
game. It is their first game.
That's right,
That's
baby.
right. That's
Oh,
right.
it's a
And
don't see first person option anymore. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, well, there's those first person shooters that always clutter the market, but nothing like this. I know what you're saying though.
there's actually a very interesting study that I saw the other day
Hmm.
that as people grow older, we gravitate towards third-person shooters more than first-person shooters. So since
Really?
the medium of like the majority, the average of the gaming age is getting towards the 40s more than the 20s, people
Oh,
are moving towards third-person games. It is really crazy because like the polling, like how they collected data, they asked like several stuff, and for example one of the things is like people are getting like motion sickness more often,
oh,
and
that
also
makes sense.
and also some cultural stuff, like for example people getting tired of games like Apex Legends and stuff, or Call of Duty. That's why like people are moving towards and some people saying that they don't get as immersed when they're in first person as when they're in third person,
I
which
could
is
kind of
something.
get that. I mean,
Yeah.
to me that kind of makes sense because first person, it you need to take in more in first person. Maybe when you get older, it gets too how do you say, overwhelming. I could see that
Yeah.
happening. But in third person, you could see that person, that point of view of that person in front of you. So I could see how that's like a little less, how do you say it? Well, a little less overwhelming. But I see what you're saying on that. That kind of makes sense, actually.
Those freaking dolls are creepy.
Oh, dude. Even yeah, you're gonna see one right here, I think.
Yeah, the Tereshkas, Tereshkovas, that's how they're called.
Even the way they sound, look at that.
Yeah. I'm playing it on Russian actually.
Oh, you know what? I should have played it on that. Oh,
Nah,
that
right
sounds
now
better,
for,
huh?
I don't know. I think since I don't know Russian, I don't know if they sound cheesier or not.
I've been seeing a lot of third person over his shoulder lately. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of games like that. I mean, talking about the heavy games like Gears of War, obviously. When you think of third person, I always think Gears of War, even though they're not the first third person of the kind. For some reason, that just pops in my head. But yeah, there's
Freaking
a lot of.
Fortnite.
Yep, Fortnite, huge one, huge one.
Yeah.
So
The thing is,
Everyone
personally,
here
I
seems so
do
happy and
prefer
content.
third-person games than
Just like in
first-person.
China.
You've
Really?
Although
Why?
I do not,
Major?
Even everywhere.
because
I mean,
I like,
everywhere except
especially in
China.
games that you can customize
Facility
your characters.
3826 isn't
I like
all
to
that
see
far
like
from our
the
Chinese
results of my
allies.
customization.
I like their spirit.
Ooh, good
And
point. Good point.
I hear it's
Yeah,
nice there.
Indeed it is.
I
like
like
you
to see how
said.
my characters look like.
That's true. Because kind of like the Hogwarts one we were playing earlier, we are talking about that. You can
Exactly.
see all the customizations, what you could wear. Okay,
Exactly.
that's a huge point. Seeing what you're wearing, that's mad. You know what? I like games where you could choose from third person, first person, a la Skyrim. Those games.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I like
like
Bethesda
that.
games.
Yeah, Bethesda games, you could choose any. Fallout.
Yeah, but because for example, like in Fallout, in combat, I like to do it first person. But
Mhm.
when I'm exploring, I like to do it third person. I've never combat in third person. Uh,
It's kind of it feels weird, huh? Because you're just how you say swiping your fire axe or shish kebab, whatever you have in Fallout.
and the funny thing is, the last time that I played Fallout was on VR, so I didn't even have the option to do third person.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
But you can look at yourself and you can see your body. So
Major Nechayev
Got
reporting
it
and
from
and
for
in
first
duty
that
on
case,
Comrade
when
Sechenov's
it
direct
comes to
order.
first person,
Welcome, Comrade
I mean, when
Major.
it comes to VR,
Today
it's
is a
completely different
joyful
because in VR,
occasion.
like you are the person.
Birthday of
So unless
Yeah.
you're playing like a
Yeah,
game
yeah,
that is
many
like
upper
like
turrets.
a
Cut to
toy
the chase,
box,
would you? I've got
you don't
places to
want to
be.
you want to do third
Naturally.
person.
This
Yeah,
is
First
the
VR
that-
doesn't
future
work.
of Soviet education.
that is true.
A
Actually,
personal project of Dr. Sechenov's Poly
How
education.
far are you on your
Gone are
own
the
game?
days when Soviet citizens had to spend years
I'm
studying at educational
on my last
institutions.
canister to
From
put
this
in a
moment
tree
on,
to give
just
energy.
inject a special
make sense?
neuropolymer
Yes, yeah,
encoded
yeah,
with the
yeah.
It's such
education
a-
you want.
That's
A
such a
university
freaking.
level
Anyway,
multi-sciences
that's where I'm
curriculum,
at,
for
dude.
example,
And so far,
and
I'm
you'll
liking it there.
instantly become an
Oh, yeah.
educated member of society.
And the combat is actually,
Want to learn Korean?
once you
or
get the
get a
hang of
doctorate
it,
in
the
nuclear
combat is really
physics?
good.
It
Or
is.
learn to
It's
play
very
the piano?
fast paced.
With collective
Yeah, the shooting
2.0,
is
you
the shooting is a
can.
standard. Like
been
is
there,
competent,
done
is
that.
good.
Skip the foreplay,
But
Bob.
I like
Excuse
the
me,
melee
of
combat because
course.
it actually
Your
puts you in your
particular
toes.
case definitely calls for something
And
more
it's
efficacious.
dude when I'm playing it on the
Nevertheless,
hardest
you will
mode.
still need an
Oh, wait,
initial
hold on.
neuropolymer injection.
I'm also giving
Comrade
you 2 cents.
Sechenov
Oh,
is
dude.
expecting you,
Dude,
Agent
those are still
G3.
classic, Apollo. I mean,
I've
those
been
are still
informed of your
still
imminent
around, man.
arrival.
Yeah,
Here,
actually,
take this capsule.
right now, since I work a lot,
Uh-huh.
at work I use my Switch, so I've been playing a lot of 2D scrollers.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
playing
2D
games
scrollers
like,
kick ass.
Yeah, I'm playing like Hollow Knight. I'm playing like Dead Cells and games like that. So yeah, I'm playing
Yeah,
the
dude.
Castlevania collection.
Yeah,
I love
2D
Castlevania
will never die, man. 2D
Oh, yeah.
is, dude. Yeah, it can't. You know what? That's funny. Me and my nephew, we were playing Metal Slug last night, and he loves Metal Slug 3. We're
Oh,
playing
yeah.
it, and he was blown away by Metal Slug. That's a 2D shooter. Still, to this day, it's fun as hell.
You have
And
just
your
upgraded
nephew's
your
like,
glove
what, like
with
9,
scanner functionality.
No,
Using the neuropolymer as a
was-
conduit,
this is,
the sensors
6.
in your glove are
Yeah,
now
6.
directly
Yeah.
connected to
Yeah,
your neural system.
there's certain charm
especially your
on
eyes,
2D games that
polymer
cannot be
retina.
replicated with
To
3D
activate the
or
scanner,
as
just make a
sophisticated
special
games.
gesture.
because you get like
Exactly.
you
Choose an
can do
object of
wackier
interest
art
and
styles
extend your
that are
arm
more like
toward it.
vibrant and
The
stuff.
palm of your hand
I love
should be
Metal
facing
Slug,
the
dude. I still
object.
play Metal Slug
Contract
once in a
all
while.
the fingers on your
Dude, Metal
hand,
Slug is
except
it's
for
immortal.
your thumb
You know, like
and
Final
index
Fight,
finger.
they're like immortal games,
Extend
bro.
your thumb and index
Because like for
finger
example, like
to
I
form
would
a
say
right
Metal
angle
Slug
to
is better
activate
than
the
let's
scanner.
say
Holy
Uh,
shit, bot. Who designed this thing?
Yeah,
The
Apollo.
Spanish
I don't know, like,
Inquisition?
Geo's classic.
Last of Us 2, for example. That is a game that I love a lot. So
Demon
it is not the same, but for example, I can pick up Metal Slug all the
For
time.
your
Like if I'm bored
information,
and I
Yeah.
have
it's a
nothing to
highly
play, I can just pick
user-friendly
up a
gesture.
Metal Slug
It
then
was
game and
developed
just
by our
Right?
leading
Just have
expert in
fun.
the field of
But, like,
advanced
Last of Us, I haven't
interpretive
replayed it
avant-garde
since I played it the first time.
absurdist-Dadaism.
Oh,
Whatever
dude.
that guy's been smoking.
I
Sign
replayed
me
part
up.
1.
You say
I got the PS5 version, and that was
Shut your
fun.
trap
It's
and
still
keep scanning, would
the
ya?
story's
I'm
just
getting
so
acquainted with
good,
the new
so
hardware.
well. It's like watching a
You
favorite
are now
movie.
capable
You know?
of seeing
I-
Wait, no,
hidden
wow.
Speaking of how
This
you're watching
ability
the
could
TV show,
prove very
HBO
useful
show.
in the future. But for
Are you
now,
watching
Yeah, the show.
please
Yeah. Oh yeah.
continue with
We've
your
been reviewing
mission.
it actually. Every Monday we have a review show.
Yeah,
You check it
it's-
out, dude. Actually, you know
Yeah,
what? I wanted to invite you on the last episode since you've personally reviewed both games. I remember Last of Us Part 2. You made an hour and a half video on every detail of the game, dude. I'd like to have you on the last episode if possible.
Yeah, because I know, dude, I'm looking forward to that last episode. Since it's hard because I cannot speak about it because we might have people on the audience that haven't.
I know.
Nothing about Last of Us. That
Right.
only know what happens in the story.
Mhm.
But the thing is, I got the feeling that they're going to tie part 2 with part 1 at the end, and it's going to be a sequel.
Oh, don't tell me they're gonna tie it. What I think you're saying, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's the show is really good. It's really good. That's my one sentence review is probably Breaking Bad.
Yes,
I love it.
I agree. I'm loving the show. It's hitting the notes of the game really well,
Yeah.
really subtle. It's not straying too much far from the path in the game. And I played the game recently just to see how different it is. I love they're using the same dialogue, practically the same, when they talk or, when they say stuff to each other. I love that. But yeah, I want you to be there on our last show episode because first of all, I don't think I would have known Last of Us without you because you let me borrow the Last of Us game on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have it. You told me about it. Remember that?
Yep. That's right. And I probably finished. The funny thing is, I finished the first game probably like about 9 times already. And I'm watching the show, and I'm still like, react to stuff. Like I know things are gonna happen, right? But I still react to stuff like, dude, this is happening. Oh, dude, this is gonna happen. Like Spider-Man knew the story. So
Yeah, not too late.
and how I see the show compared to the games is like when you make like a cover of an old song. Like for example, I
love
heard
this
with
place.
Johnny
No
Cash
matter
and
how
Nine
many
Inch
times
Nails.
I come here,
It is
always
not like the
amazes
same
me.
sound does sound the
It's
same,
just
but it's like in the
so
core the
nice.
same thing.
Our elevator has arrived.
It's really good. I love it. It's
Oh.
a really good show.
Same here, dude. I think it's awesome.
And yeah, I'm waiting also too. Once the show is over, I'm gonna replay Last of Us 2 again.
Oh, same here, dude. I'm gonna have to, because I haven't played 2 in years, just like 1. So
Yeah, I haven't played since I beat it and reviewed that one time. And yeah, I did an hour and a half. Actually, it was 3 hour. No, yeah, hour and a half review of Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Which most of that review I had to address a lot of baseless, baseless critique and a lot of apologist work. But it was a good video. I liked it. It was in Spanish though, so I'll invite you guys to go watch it. But it's in Spanish, so.
Oh, we could
Sorry.
post a link anyways. Sorry, learn Spanish. Learn
Yeah,
Spanish.
you can guys learn Spanish
Dude, Last of Us 2 review. I love that.
for my Last of Us 2 review. But anyways, getting back to this game, this section is so Bioshock. Once you get into then the next 5 minutes is like the most Bioshock thing I've seen since Bioshock.
It is, right? Like they really took a lot of
Bioshock
cues from
game.
Bioshock. Yeah, it took a lot of cues, which I appreciate. Like I said, we love the game, so.
Yeah, I love immersive sims. Like that's a funny thing that before Bioshock, I knew that I liked those games because Deus Ex is one of my favorite games ever.
Oh yeah.
By the way, I do have full playthroughs of Deus Ex up to Deus Ex Human Revolution. So,
Dude, that's
um,
classic. Oh, everybody
yeah,
talks about these
Style.
robots,
Science
huh?
is power, I tell you.
yeah.
The boss has a way of looking
they're
down
hot,
on
dude.
insurmountable obstacles.
These hot robots. I've seen a lot of memes on these robots too. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Other than
Actually, I was
electronic
just
glove,
scrolling through my
it never
Instagram
shuts up.
a couple months ago, a couple hours ago, and there was a bunch of pictures of the robots. I'm like, dude, girls cosplaying
Yeah.
of the robots and fan art and stuff. Like, dude,
Exactly. You wonder why.
there is a scene that you haven't gotten there yet with the robots that is really good. It's really
Really?
trippy though.
Thanks,
It's very
Einstein.
trippy, but it's
What would I
really,
ever
really
do
good.
without you?
I'm gonna play tonight. Definitely play some more tonight. So you
Yeah.
can see there. I know they're bosses. You got to fight them eventually. So I can't wait for that. And I know they're tough. They look tough. So
It is very telegraphed. They
Oh, really?
very much let you know. Since the thing is the story, I haven't gotten to big revelations, but it's to any big plot twist. But it's pretty much like playing bit by bit to
Sechenov
other
here.
stories. So
Sorry I
I'm
Okay.
pretty
can't
sure
meet with you
where
in
the story's
person,
going
my
to.
boy. The
Okay,
reporters have
okay.
been hounding me all day.
And
So,
speaking of
What do you think
Bioshock,
of Chalamet?
You've built yourself a city
the
of the future,
remake of
boss.
System Shock
There's
is
nothing
coming
else
out in a
like
few
the whole
days.
USSR.
oh, System
I
Shock.
built it
You're
for all
right. That's coming out
mankind.
soon.
Not for
And
myself.
supposedly,
Humanity is on the verge
a lot of
of
people
great
taking
discoveries.
inspiration from System
One day
Shock,
we'll
even
reach
Deep
the
Space
stars.
and
These
Bioshock.
castles
They
in
take
the
a lot of
sky
inspiration
will be the
from
beginning
System
of
Shock.
our
Yeah,
journey
that's
In
true.
fact,
farthest reaches of the universe.
System Shock is the
Ideally
grandfather
helping
of all these
humanity
games.
realize
Yes.
its
Like
own
all the
greatness.
You're a
Bioshocks,
dreamer,
your
Dr.
Deus Ex,
Sechenov.
your
Fantasy and science
Thief,
go hand in hand.
Hitman, this game.
Most modern
All those games
inventions
come
were described long ago
System
in
Shock.
science
So
fiction.
So much
Flying
respect.
getting
machines,
into System
space
Shock
travel,
1,
even robots.
OG.
Are you telling me you got your ideas from sci-fi novels?
I got them from the dreams of mankind, P3. Man was born to dream, to do great things.
I think you're breaking up, man.
But
Oh,
unfortunately,
you broke a
there
bit.
are those who wish to
Yeah, I
crush
think
those dreams.
we lost
and that's
connectivity
where
for
men
like a
like
few
you come in,
seconds.
Sergey.
Okay, cool.
Men sworn to
just-
defend
it was just a
mankind
hiccup.
and its destiny.
Yeah, so I was
You
saying
need
like,
rid of somebody, boss?
yeah,
You're very relaxed
playing
about
System
it,
Shock,
my
like the
boy.
OG System
I
Shock
hope
right
it
now is
won't
not
come to
as
that.
advisable. I wouldn't advise
But let's
it.
take it
It's
one
a
step
really
at a
obtuse
time.
game to play.
First,
But now with a
you'll need
remake,
a
there is
substantial
no way
glove
just to miss it
upgrade.
because it's probably one
Report
of
to
the
the
greatest
lab.
games ever.
A Tereshkova
True.
Like
robot
seriously,
will
because
meet you there and
I
take you
love
to
the
the
game.
Vavilov
And
complex.
they're coming up with
Understood?
Yes, sir. I'm getting in the car
remaster
right
of
now.
System Shock 2, which to everybody's the greatest immersive sim ever made. I'm kind of second that. So yeah,
It's
And-
coming
and
out
then
this year, dude. It's been in development for the longest time. Dude.
yeah, and then System Shock 3 is coming up. System Shock 3 is coming up eventually. We don't know when, but it's coming up and it's being made by the original creator of System Shock. Warren Spector is making the game, so I'm really excited about that.
I'm stoked about that too. There needs to be a continuation on that classic game.
Yeah. Plus,
Is
oh no, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Is this the Bioshock thing you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that part. From that when you get to the
Please
island.
secure your seatbelt.
And
We wish you a very
yeah, and then
pleasant
we have
journey.
like and of course we have Bioshock whatever it's gonna be called, the new Bioshock game that is coming up
Isn't
eventually.
there supposed to be a radio in
and
here?
the new game by Ken Levine also coming up shortly. So.
I saw that in the Game Awards. Was it the game thing?
Yeah, I just came from
Yeah, it
there.
was in the Game
Get
Awards.
it.
Yeah, dude, I'm really excited.
It is not a Judas contract, because the Judas contract that's
That's the code name. Wasn't
that.
it code name or something?
There won't
No,
be a shortage,
I'll tell you,
said
hold on.
People's Deputy Alexander Sechenov in response to widespread concern in the city of Ozyorsk.
How about some music?
Here we go, guys. BioShock.
That's more like it.
Yeah. That part is really Bioshock Infinite. The game is called...
I like this Russian 80s music.
I
Sounds
think
like. Let's go ahead. Go ahead.
it's called only Judas.
Oh, Judas. That's it.
Yeah, like the guy who sold Jesus.
Oh, that's probably the plot point right there
Yeah.
of that game.
I see you finally begun your
The music on
assignment.
this game is
But
really
it's been
good. It's
less
probably
than an hour.
Even though I
biggest
don't
highlight.
understand it, I don't understand any word of it, but I love the tone of
I
it.
said the signal's on the fritz. But
There's a
thanks
funny
anyway,
thing. I don't know
Herr
if you
Dr.
noticed it.
Sechenov
They
already
explain
filled
like
me
how
in.
they
It's
make
a
music.
it's a mathematical equation of the future.
Yeah. So they show you they play the music that will
Guess I
be
don't
a hit
have
in
any
the future.
respect for brown nosers.
Tell me,
That's
is there
really
anyone
cool
you
idea.
do have respect for?
And
Sure, but
actually,
respect
Mick
is
Gordon
earned.
makes the
Dr. Sechenov has mine because he
parts of
saved
the
my
music.
life on the operating
It's
table.
made
really?
by Mick
Everybody
Gordon.
else needs to earn it.
did not know
Anyway,
that.
why the hell are we riding a
all
jalopy
the
strapped
combat
to a
the
damn
combat things and
robot?
stuff are made
Were
by
all the
that guy.
jets taken or something?
Dude,
Shit.
Riding
He's
turbines
a
is an
legend.
important tradition.
Yeah.
He's the one that made Doom, right?
The days when
Yeah, he's the one who made
3826 was
Doom,
brand new.
Wolfenstein,
As we used to ride these vehicles to our very first
Killer
scientific
Instinct.
complex.
Fair enough.
Ooh.
A few more
Why
games
is it a
that we
tradition
love.
to have them pulled by
Dude,
bumblebees?
Killer
And
Instinct's
why do
one of
we
my
call them
favorite
bumblebees
soundtracks,
when they look
actually.
more like flying pigs?
Flying
Here we go,
pigs.
guys.
Have you seen
Infinite.
flying pigs before?
Yeah.
BioShock Infinite.
That-
Everything's
that's
in
a
the
Bioshock
sky.
Infinite
Yeah, on the
part.
Condor.
Yeah, right here,
One
right
time
here.
Some genius
This side
like you
right there.
forgot to put up a fence, but those cows only flew in one direction.
And it's pretty deliberate. I'm
I
pretty
have
sure
a
they made it
suggestion,
with that
Captain.
intention that people
Why
compare
don't you
them.
worry about your
Exactly.
mission, and I'll do the thinking for both of us.
Shut the hell up, Glove.
Yeah, right when I saw
I'm
this, I'm
trying
like,
to
all right,
listen.
I'm in for a treat, dude. I want to
Is
see
there
when
anything
things
here
go
you've never
bad.
seen yet?
I've
You
never
know?
been here before. Zip it.
What? How come?
I don't know, damn it. Now
A
quit
little
bugging
bit,
me.
a little bit
My
after where you are,
Hmm?
there's some like very trippy shit.
Oh, really? I
I'm still,
can't
like,
wait,
I'm,
dude.
I'm,
I
I'm
can't
still
wait.
trying to wrap my head around like why. They call like the story itself. It's very predictable, but the little pieces, like how things happen, is just completely
Dude,
weird.
I know the
It's really
details, especially the plasma, the thing that you swim around.
Uh-huh.
That stuff is made weirdly because when you go in there, you hear people talking when you go into that gooey stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You hear like
Yeah.
thoughts. Dude, that's gonna be a huge turnaround. I'm like, why am I hearing people talk in this goo? Very
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, this piece is completely Bioshock Infinite.
Mhm. I like how the beats change to kind of like,
To make it more dramatic.
uh-huh.
Yeah, there's actually one thing that is really creepy.
Audio guide.
Is that like when
We
people
will soon
die,
be
their
arriving at
thoughts
our
remain
destination.
alive on their personal
Estimated
computer.
time of
Oh,
arrival
yeah,
is
it's true.
You can get the
11:47
people who
a.m.
are dead. And
Also
some of
true.
them are
temperature,
aware that they're dead,
26
some of them
degrees
are not
Celsius.
aware that they're dead.
There
That's
is a
really
slight
fucked up.
breeze.
That really tripped me out the first time that I saw it.
You can now observe
That's
the
so
Soyuz
true.
granite bridge
Because you
spanning
could,
Lake Lazur.
it's their
And two of the
memory
facility's
residue. I think that's
high-profile
correct.
test
Yeah.
Memory
sites,
residue.
the
The
VDNH and
polymer
Sakhalin.
residue.
These are
Polymer
connected
residue.
by magnetic levitation
And
or
also the other
maglev
thing
rail.
that I
This
appreciate about
technology was pioneered
being a
by
game
the
made
Chelomey
by
Design Department
a
and
culture
a
that we
personal
don't have like
project
much
of Dr.
approach
Lebedyansky.
approximation to, is that they can like show some stuff that I haven't even thought in the past. Like, dude, this, like the whole like the
You can now observe the
Soviet
operations
Soviet
of an
Union
automated
aesthetics.
plant,
Aesthetics
performing
is something
robot
that we are not
assembly
used
and
to because we're
distributing
not used to
machine
that
parts
type of art.
required by the facility's
And
various
Oh, that's
really,
complexes.
it's
The art
really,
direction.
Controlled remotely
yeah.
by a collective 1.0 node.
I love that
Plant
too.
such as this is capable
It makes
of
it even more,
autonomously
fantasy for
managing
me,
and
even
fulfilling
though
up
it's
to
different
100
architecture.
orders
I don't
per
know. I
hour.
think it's really cool.
It's like a complete new world.
Yeah, complete new world, different culture, complete new world, which I love in
Uh-huh.
games. That's why I play video games. Kind of leave this world and play another one. In a way. And that's what this
Shooting
game
world
does.
with the inflation. and stuff.
This inflation world. I want to get into
Directly
this
below
world.
is
With Killer
Dr.
Robot.
Sechenov's
Inflation.
computational center. the main radio processing unit and control
That's
nexus
pretty
for
cool,
this
actually.
network node.
I would like to tell you that all of that is explorable, but it's
We are
not.
currently flying over
Oh,
sunflower solar
really?
farms,
Some
capable
parts of
supplying
those are, but
electricity
the
to
whole island
entire
is not
VDNH,
explorable.
as
Although-
well as the friendship of
And
People's
that's
Park,
one of the
nearby
critiques that I have for
settlements,
the
and
game.
maglev train lines.
Is good because the open world is kind of it's not
Maglev
boring,
train
it's
stations
annoying.
Connect all of
Oh,
facility
Because
3826,
one of the things that they
allowing
could have done
personnel
much
to
better
travel
is the
from
way
one
how they
complex
spawn
to
enemies.
another with comfort and ease.
When you're on the open world, you kill enemies, they just continue
We are now flying past the
uh,
majestic Call of the
respawning all the
Motherland
time.
monument, erected in
Oh, hey, Kenneth.
1949
Kenneth
to mark
Bird.
the
What's up, buddy?
Soviet
Thank you for
Union's
joining us.
victory
Truly
in
appreciate it,
World
man.
War II, and
Hey,
are
what's
now
up?
entering the grounds of the
yeah,
Babalov
so like
complex, the site
you-
where
all the time, like
Facility
if you kill an enemy, they
3826's
will
numerous
respawn like 5
agricultural
seconds
miracles
afterwards.
took
So
root.
that's kind of annoying.
You
So
are now
getting like
observing the
advancing
Soviet
and
signal
progressing the
monument,
story,
designed by
it
sculptors
gets
Lena
kinda
Lukina and
the
Alexander
combat gets on the way
Dvorakov,
because
and
of how
autonomously erected in 1951
how
by the collective
poorly
1.0
the
network
open
with
world
the help
sections
of
are
robot builders.
designed.
Note
Yeah,
So
that
that's
this
I
mission
wish-
makes it the
my
world's
only critique.
first collaborative artistic effort
Yeah, because I haven't
between
gotten
man
that far
and
yet,
machine.
but I would really wish they did touch on the more open world. Like seeing all this, I wish I
Our
could go to that
green-guided
tower
tour is
over
coming
there.
to an
That'd be
end.
kind of cool. That'd be kind of like a Far Cry map, I guess, you know?
Always ready to welcome
Fly there
new
and
do
specialists
something,
from
but-
anywhere in the Soviet
I mean,
that
this-
place,
We are
that place
confident that
you
you will
go
be
to,
thrilled
but
to live
it's
among
not like
this world of
like
revolutionary
it's not open
breakthroughs
where it's like,
and
oh, you see
fantastic
that over there.
scientific achievements
The
for the
story
glory of
takes
the
you there.
Communist Party
Okay.
and the Soviet people.
Yeah, and
Uh-oh, here's where
Major, the drover's initiating combat
Yeah.
maneuvers.
here's where everything hits the fan.
everything
Watch out!
everything
What am I
goes.
supposed to do
For
about
your
it?
safety,
What the?
please do not unfasten
Oh my
your
God!
seatbelt until the vehicle
going
has
on?
come to a complete stop.
Help me!
Obviously, the glove's name is Charles.
Destination.
Yeah, the guy's name is Charles.
Yeah, and you know what's his name in Russian?
What's that? No, what is it?
It's called Cruz.
Take my hand,
Are you
Comrade
serious?
Major. I will escort you to the
it's
Battle
Russian
of
Cruz.
Complex.
That's even better. I like
Goodness.
Cruz
Yeah,
more than
it's like my
Charles.
name.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
no information on this subject. All the
These
robots
robots
have been carrying
look
out their
so
normal
annoying to
operations
me. I don't know
until they
why.
suddenly
Just
became
that mustache
hostile.
and their
It's
bald.
a fucking mustache.
I know.
There's actually one part where the Telescopa said like they actually said that they fucking hate the mustache too. Like, have you seen their creepy mustaches?
Yeah, it's
Like,
like
why did they
creepy
make
mustache.
him like that?
I don't know. I don't know
Our
who did the art
ascent is
design.
once again
Like making these
continuing
robots
normally.
like that.
A drone
Yeah.
towing robot will be here
This
shortly to
part's
perform
pretty cool
magnetic
because it shows
coupling
the downfall
and
of this
take us
place.
by air to
It's
Son
like
of a
getting
bitch,
to
not
Bioshock
again.
and getting to Rapture right
Ah.
when the
Hey,
Civil War
Comrade
starts.
Major, I'm
Exactly, the
falling.
Civil War.
What the shit?
Oh, and I liked her too. I wish she was your companion in the game. Like I liked her.
Yeah.
She helped you. She did not change. I noticed that.
Yeah, it doesn't. They share. I think they share one artificial intelligence. So they all think the same. So if you meet one, you meet all of them. Kind of. Okay,
Oh.
do have. They have some sort of separate personalities, too,
Hmm.
but at the same time they are the same person. So once you meet her again, she already knows you.
Oh, I see what you're saying. A collective mind. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Collective mind. They're like a hive mind.
That's your glove right there. That's your companion. That's
Uh-huh.
that's Charles or Cruz in Russian.
Uh,
It should be Charles Cruz, like one
Like
first
me.
and last name. Yeah,
like me.
like you. You're my glove.
Yeah.
That sounds weird.
Actually, considering the guy looks like you, yeah.
I know, right? The mustache. I need to. I think his hair's kind of braided in the back. I should do that.
You should do that.
I should cosplay this guy.
Yeah, that would be. It's pretty easy because you just need a jumper.
Yes, a jumper, a great jumper, and just put the things on there and have that glove. Dude, I'm done. I'll be great.
Nice.
That companion
Nice.
don't use that hand when you go to the bathroom, okay? I don't think Charles would appreciate that.
It is the left hand though. It is the left hand.
Oh, it's a left hand? Okay, hopefully he's a righty and not a lefty, so yeah.
Yeah.
I would never thought of that, but
I don't know if getting liquids on it is a good idea.
yeah, don't get
It might
any liquids
damage.
or urine on the glove. They'll short circuit and probably fry you.
Yeah.
You see? I knew this game was badass when your first weapon is an axe. In a regular game or in a horror game, this would be like your third or fourth weapon because it's a cool weapon to have,
P3.
right?
Come in.
Sergey,
I would,
are you all right, my boy?
I would think you start with
Well,
like a broken pipe or something like
but
that.
nothing
You know, like
here
in
is the
every
way it's
game, you start
supposed
with
to
the,
be.
you know.
Whatever's
But
going
if you
on
have to choose
clearly
between
started a while ago.
the axe and a
Victor
crowbar,
Petrov
what would
is
you
the
go
reason.
with?
A
He's
what?
traitor
Our crowbar?
Take
who hacked
crowbar?
into Collective's central hub.
I would have to
and
say
caused the civilian
crowbar,
robots
dude.
to attack facilities.
That's the
Because
most
that's
classic
another
weapon.
thing. Like
Petrov
one other thing,
has
one
the
other game
access
that we
codes
haven't
for the hub.
mentioned,
Mm.
and it's not immersive sim, but I think this game also
Bring him to me, alive.
takes a
Copy
lot
that,
of cues
sir.
from.
The
It's
target
a
is
Half-Life.
Victor Petrov. My
Yes.
mission is to find him.
It
Half-Life
is a
is
lot.
one
It
of
is
those
very
classics.
Half-Life. Actually, the
Sechenov.
story itself is more Half-Life than Bioshock.
You're kind of right. If you think about it, it is. It really is.
It is more like wacky science, like science gone mad.
Here, these guys right here. You see, these guys are all against you now. And also, I love the battle damage. Look at that. When you hit their arm breaks, or the legs.
There's on the tooltips, on the loading screen tips.
Yeah.
They tell you like after you kill an enemy, they tell you like you don't gain nothing by deprecating the corpses of the dead robots of your camera. So please stop doing it, because like sometimes you just go about the world just kill like dead bodies and stuff. And they tell you like, dude, that's a fucking psychopathic. That's psychopathic behavior.
Dude, I destroy the dead bodies because eventually you get to plants that take over the bodies, so that's why I destroy them.
Yeah.
But I don't think it
Yeah.
matters. So does it?
No, it doesn't. They spawn.
That's what I thought.
Possess guys off screen. But I do that same thing too, so it's fine. I mean, it makes sense. If it was a more competitive immersive sim, and I'm not saying that as a detriment, because again, I think the game is very good. If it was a more
Details on the
a
target.
more
Victor
polished
Petrov is the lead engineer
immersive sim,
behind Collective 2.0.
that would be a viable
He was
gameplay
arrested for
mechanic, like
treason and
just
sentenced
killing
to
all the dead
community
bodies in place,
service at the
so
Vavilov
the plants
complex.
don't
Got
take
it.
over.
I can deal with that.
Exactly.
Where should I start
'Cause
looking?
That's
Petrov is
emerging
currently
gameplay.
somewhere in the underground levels of the
Because
Vavilov
the thing is, I do that in Dead Space.
Okay.
In Dead
Yeah,
Space, I
let's do
mangle
it.
the bodies so they don't get
Don't get back up.
reanimated.
So
Hey,
what do you
yo,
think
I'm
about
coming. You
Dead
alive in there?
Space remake?
The what? The Dead Space
Dead
remake?
Space remake.
Oh, I have it. I actually streamed it, dude, and I like it. I think it's, dude, they've done a good job remaking it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the same story and everything else, but dude, I think it looks gorgeous. The game looks awesome.
Have you finished it already?
No, I haven't finished. I'm like 3/4 of the way though.
Yeah, the story is the same, but they changed enough things to like tie it better to the sequels.
Mhm.
And yeah, they did a really good job.
They did
The
a good
thing is-
job.
The thing is, I would put it probably like along with Resident Evil 2 remake. The thing is, probably you don't see people like on the surface you don't see that much of a difference from the original because they were already very similar games. But when you go deeper into how the game is made, that's one of the best remakes.
What are
I
you
mean,
gawking at?
it is
You're
on
right.
my
Almost
eyes.
choked
It
to
is
death there.
like
Give me your hand.
just as
I
good
didn't
as
see
the
that
Resident Evil
coming.
2 remake.
Exactly. I definitely agree
You
with
should
that.
be
dude,
more
for sure.
careful.
Oh, Hyper.
This is a damn
What's up?
What's up, buddy?
noticed.
How you doing, man?
Yo,
Thanks
what
for
up?
joining us, man. By
Yeah,
the way,
man.
this is Shinke Day.
What are you
When
doing here
he's
anyway?
my brother,
We're
man.
just passing through.
We've been
Hey,
through
what up,
gaming
man?
and everything else
Me?
together, so he's
Xena.
joining us as well.
Nice to meet you.
This is Hyper.
That's
I met
all
him
you need
through
to know.
Last of Us reviews, man.
Fine,
He's
I
a huge
get
Last
it.
of Us fan.
Nice.
So what's going on here?
And
Lots of
also, he's
casualties.
straight
I don't know if you noticed,
Street
but the robots
Fighter
are attacking people.
fighting
Anyone who
game
couldn't find a place to
guru as
hide
well,
is
dude. Hyper
dead.
look
You
at
know
his
what?
name.
I actually had to
Really
take
use
a
a weapon.
pause from my game session because I
anything?
literally died like I was playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 and I literally
Of
died
course.
over 30 times
But I'm
trying
not
to
giving
beat
you
Kingpin
shit.
and I finally found a way to beat him. So
Beneath
now I
us
just
is a
took a pause.
complex.
Oh,
You
jeez.
need a
Okay.
weapon?
Yeah,
Go
works.
down there.
That
The
works.
Vavilov complex?
Oh,
Yeah,
and
that's
you
right.
just
That's
started
right.
Last of Us 2 also, huh, Hyper?
Well,
I
today's
started
your
last
lucky
week,
day.
yeah.
I'm heading
How you liking
way
that?
too. It's
It's
basically
like I said that first 2 hours. It's I mean I kind of saw it coming, but I mean it's like that's
You're
still,
never ready for it. You're never ready.
It's still
for it.
it's a gut
30
punch.
seconds until we're
It's a good
fucked,
Yeah.
sonny boy.
I can tell you, it doesn't get better.
I know.
Thanks.
Good.
By
Get over
the
here,
end of the game, you'll be like,
No,
oh,
no,
fuck.
no, no,
I need to rethink
Take
all
this
my
key and
choices on
turn it
life.
clockwise.
Yeah.
I said
It is a really
clockwise,
emotional
like that.
draining game, but it's
I'll
really
hold
good.
them
It's
off for
a
now.
It is really
emotional roller coaster.
You got a hell of an
It's,
arsenal
I
there,
mean,
lady.
yeah, but the thing
What
is,
are you
I will
planning?
say this: the
Here we
gameplay, like for a PS4 game, it definitely
Riding my
pushes the
ass for
hardware.
2 days now.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, gameplay wise, it's just mirror polish. That's the thing. I played the Last of Us remake recently, and they didn't incorporate a lot of the changes from a lot of the improvements from Last of Us 2.
Where'd you get that thing?
So I was like, dude,
You hang on to my
they could have done
key.
better.
I
Because
Yeah.
Last of Us 2 has so many things going on. Once you come back to one, it's like, dude, they missed a lot of shit. Like, for
Yeah,
example, it's just hiding in the grass. Like the hiding spots and stuff, like the people for surprise and stuff is way much better.
Dude, I wish they could make
Or-
a remake of that.
Or like shooting from prone and stuff.
Yeah, shooting prone.
Oh, shooting pro. Yeah, but the thing is, I think the reason why they didn't put that in part 1 is because the level design was made in mind without the prone feature, right? So I
Yep.
think for that reason because I know that was a criticism how the prone should have been done in the part 1 remake, but I think it's because the level designs were already made the way they were. So
Yep. Yeah. I think they didn't want to go too deep into redesigning the whole game. So yeah, I agree. But those are mechanics that I miss. I'm like, dude,
goddamn clusterfuck.
I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. But yeah,
I do
Last of Us
like
still-
the thing is, Last of Us 2, I didn't like. I'm playing it for the first time on the PS5. The good thing is, it does give you the option to do 60 frames. I don't know how it was on the PS4, but
No, there was no option.
It was 30. It was 30.
It was 30. It was 30.
yeah, it was 60. So it actually it's definitely a lot more fluid on the PS5. So
Yeah.
Die.
That actually once the TV show is over, I'm gonna play it again because I want to play on 60 frames. I play it on 60 frames per second.
it makes
That's great.
coming from a guy that used to come from the PC gaming
Really
world, yeah,
badass.
60 frames versus 30 frames, definitely you see the difference.
Oh, it's a world
Yeah.
of difference, dude. It's like the
We need
like
to find
butter
a way to
smooth.
open this armored door.
I need
You
60.
think?
Like I was telling Charlie, I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy on PC, and
track him down anyway.
the
Petrov's
performance
betrayal
overall
was
is
discovered by
atrocious.
Mikhail
But the thing is,
Stockhausen.
sometimes it goes
He
from
was then
60
arrested by the
to
Argentum
like
unit.
55,
end up here?
54, and
After
you
the
Yeah.
decision, Petrov
feel the
was sentenced to
clumsiness. Like,
community
dude, no, I
service
cannot
and
play
sent
that.
back.
To be honest, I'd rather have steady frame than like it jumping up and down because that kind of takes you out of the moment. I'd rather have steady 30 rather than going from 60 to 40 to 55. It kind of
Soviet Union to do his job.
it takes you out of it, I find.
Exactly.
Sorry, guys. I turned down the volume of the game because I know it's a little loud. The game.
Overpowered.
Oh, no worry.
It is too much Russian
What's so
power.
special about that?
Too much Russian development power for this game. Oh yeah, and Hyper. Shinke and I, we love Bioshock, and we noticed this game had a lot of Bioshock DNA, so that's why we.
Oh, I love the first Bioshock.
Oh my god!
You know what the funny thing is? I finished Bioshock 1. I for some reason I skipped Bioshock 2, but I finished Bioshock. What was the last one called? Infinite, right?
Infinite, yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I finished Infinite and 1, but for whatever reason, I own part 2. I never finished it.
I know why you skip part 2 because Bioshock 2 sucks.
Yeah. Bioshock 2 is made by different developers, so a lot of
really?
people, yeah, they kind of forget that game. I liked it. For a different developer, they did a great job, but you don't have to play 2 to get 3. You know that
No,
game
no.
could not exist.
Yeah,
It is-
3 seems like its own separate story, I find.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's its own separate story.
Yeah, and it is not. But yeah, well, okay, we'll get into that in a second. I just wanted to address Bioshock 2. Objectively speaking, Bioshock 2 is a good game. It's not a bad game. It's a really good game. It's actually I could say if it wasn't Bioshock 2, it's because it is an inside joke between Charlie and I. I hate. I'm the biggest hater of Bioshock 2. In fact, like way back in the day when Destiny 1 was still like popular, we were doing the very first glass the ball of glass raid, and we had a bet that if we couldn't beat it, I was gonna stream Bioshock 2 start to finish, because they knew I hate that game, and I do hate that game, and I did, and I lost, so I did it. I streamed it all in one sitting.
And he beat it, dude. Good job.
And I beat it. I beat it actually a couple times already, a few times already. The thing is, Bioshock 2, objectively speaking, is a really good game. It has really good mechanics. It has really good gameplay. Level design is even better than Bioshock 1, and some stuff even better by Bioshock Infinite. The thing is, the story, how they treated it, it was they everything that the first game was about.
Mm-hmm.
Bioshock 2 was like it was like fan fiction. I felt it like fan fiction.
Yeah.
So I hated it so much that I just cannot stand that fucking game because of them. It's because they treated the story like fan fiction. Like, oh yeah, we had like this Atlas and this one guy are like the biggest threats to Rapture, but not really. This one lady that was never mentioned in none of the games, she was actually the one behind everything. And oh, you gotta play like the first Big Daddy because
what was that guy's name? Like Fontaine or something?
Yes.
Atlas and
Yes.
Fontaine.
Atlas Fontaine. Yes.
Yeah, and then they like interwove like some like cult stuff, like religious cult stuff, and the story went into like very cliche places, and it felt really really like a downgrade to Bioshock 1 and Infinite. So that's why I hate it. That's why I don't like it.
The thing is, like, I didn't play Bioshock 2 not because of any opinion on it. I'll be honest, it's just that I think when Bioshock 2 came around, there was other stuff that I was playing during that time that kind of took my time away. So it was just a case of, like, I just never got around to it. So it wasn't like I tried it and then I, like, stopped playing it. I never even touched it. Yeah.
No, I can recommend you can play it. Like, it's a really good game.
It's cheap now. I mean, full price, probably not. But
no, I actually have it on my Steam library.
Oh no, okay. You're
yeah,
good to go,
because they give it away like every once in a while.
Yeah. It's pretty cheap at this point.
So if you like Bioshock, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that, like, just reiterate. If you, it's a really good game. So I do recommend you play it. Personally, I hate it because
recommend you play it.
I like how
why they did to the story. I hate it because why they did to the story.
Okay. I love how professional you are,
game.
dude. I love how professional you are. It's good for you, but for me,
if you like shit, taste shit. I'm just kidding.
In Bioshock 1, did you guys get the good ending or the bad ending? On your first playthrough?
I got the good one. I got good on the first.
Yeah, on the first playthrough, I got the good. I did end up getting the good one. I think accidentally. Because I was just trying to save all those
little girls. What's their name? What their names?
Just because you were a good guy, that's what.
Yeah, I couldn't
didn't harvest any of them. Yeah, because I felt bad, and I knew it. But yeah,
if you know how to min-max the game, you actually don't need to. You don't need to harvest. You only need to harvest like three little sisters, and you can still like build an overpowered guy.
That's true.
Okay.
True.
I just like the whole dystopian thing that they were doing. When the first game came out, it was like, it's the first of its kind, and then it was because this was like right around the time that like my PC was like needed an upgrade, but for some reason, somehow that game actually was able to run it.
Oh, dude, I got stuck on the wall.
I hate those.
And I love this animation. Depending on how you die, you get a different animation. That's cool.
And that's one of the things also that I can criticize about this game. The jank in the combat. You can get stuck on the environment really easy.
It happens to me more than once, dude. Oh, those mannequins in the flood basement are part of. Yes.
You know what this reminds me of? I don't know. I don't know how big of a Call of Duty players you guys are, but I think it was like one of the Black Hawk games in Nuketown. If you basically pick off all the mannequins, they come to life and they start attacking you.
Yeah. Oh, that's like an Easter egg, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was in the. I think that was.
Hey, what's up, Rudy? Thanks for joining us, man.
That was like an Easter egg thingy.
You know what? Also in this game, I noticed that I could not ignore was each safe room has that soothing music like in Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It lulls you to a false sense of security.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love that because right off the bat, I'm like, ooh, Resident Evil, and also the case, the trunk.
Although I wouldn't give that to like an influence from Resident Evil because his also System Shock has the same.
Oh, that's
when you go into safe rooms, they have like
the serene sound.
elevator music and stuff. So
I like that. I feel automatically the stress is like washed away from me when I hear this in a safe room. You know, like, oh, I made it. Thank God. Let me save. So yes. And now danger, automatic danger.
This, it doesn't. This game seems to have not much chill.
No.
Oh no, no, it doesn't.
Come on, come at me, you ugly
Yeah,
mustache.
I was telling Charlie that these kind of survival horror games aren't really my bag, just because like jump scares are really not my thing. Like the only reason I even played like games like Last of Us is because it just had a great story.
Oh yeah, the story. Well, I think we talked about this before, Hyper. But you don't like scary games, but if the story is very, how do you say, if it pulls you in, you just go for the story.
Yeah,
meanwhile you go
because
through
I
the
want to
scary
see how it
parts.
finishes, and I kind of don't want to cheat myself by watching YouTube cutscenes. Like I know that
A lot of people do that, but I mean, hey, they
yeah,
don't have time
I
to play. I
can't.
get it.
I'm kind of disappointed. I kind of got robbed of that in Last of Us 2 a bit, but I mean, I'm still gonna finish it.
Oh yeah, yeah. The thing is, knowing the story and playing the story is a very different thing.
Exactly.
Because
yeah.
I got the game spoiled by all the leaks and stuff.
Yeah, me
But still,
too.
I still didn't feel like I lost anything by knowing what was gonna happen. Besides the fact that I really am I'm completely immune to spoilers, anyways. But yeah, I don't think it detracted from playing it, like knowing what was gonna happen.
Oh, me
No,
neither.
exactly.
Yeah, I still played the game, but I mean, it's still hit as hard. I'm like, ugh, but yeah. Anyway.
I actually had a friend that was a complete opposite. Like, he got the game spoiled and he was really pissed off because he was like
Yeah.
completely like, yeah, like, he was like against inclusivity and stuff.
Mhm.
And but then he got the game for as a birthday present, and he played it, and he's like, dude, this story is so good. Like I all my prejudices were busted. Like all the biases that I had were completely busted because the game was really good, the story was really good, and everything made sense. I'm like, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about, dude.
I know the game is still good with spoilers or not, because you're there to experience it and see how it went down or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's like sometimes like certain movies, like you might know how it kind of ends or like how it happens, but you still want to see the movie just because you still want that experience.
Exactly. That's my main reason why I don't care about spoilers, because like I believe if a game or a movie or something depends on the plot twist to be good, then the story is not good at all.
Nah,
So
nah,
if
nah,
it,
nah.
it is
Granted.
like it is like icing on a cake. Like you have like this really sweet cake, and then you get a plot twist that makes that cake even better. That's like, for me, that's a good story. But like if a game is good because of the plot twist, then that means that all the story before it was shit. So if
Mhm.
only the plot twist made it good.
Now,
So
granted, had I came into Last of Us 2 cold, I think I would have appreciated my reaction a bit more. Especially, I mean, I don't want to spoil it for people in the chat, but you guys know which scene I'm talking about. Like, if
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
if
Oh,
I
yeah.
came in cold,
Yeah.
if I came in cold, not knowing what exactly was gonna happen, and then I'm seeing it for the first time through my gameplay, that I would have been like, what the, this is like, where are we going with this?
I wanna see what happens when that same scene is portrayed on the TV show.
I don't
Dude,
know. The thing
I-
is, I want to give ideas, but I can't because I want to spoil things. So
Yeah, me
maybe
too.
maybe in backstage we'll talk about it.
The,
but
the
yeah.
Reddit forums and the YouTube comments are gonna be exploding. When
Oh, dude! No matter what they
Yeah.
put, they're gonna have something against it, or it's gonna explode. You're right. It is.
because yeah, you're gonna not gonna be able to please everyone. Because if you let's
No.
just say for the sake of argument they deviate from that plot, right? You're gonna
Uh-huh.
have people who play the game like, wait, this is not like the game, and this is like a major part. Like, why did they change it? If you keep it like the game, they're like, the people that are seeing it are like, oh, dude, what the hell? I'm gonna stop
Yeah.
watching.
Who are they?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't think the reaction will be as bad as when the game came out, because I think the TV movie crowd, they are more lenient to the stuff, and they actually,
You know what? I think it's actually going to be worse, and I'll tell you why. Because there's a lot more people that are casual viewers of the show rather than gamers, right? Like, I'm pretty sure this TV show brought in a lot more people. Like, there's a lot more fans of the show probably than the game, just because I talked
Oh,
to a
yeah.
lot of people that have never played any of The Last of Us, but are enjoying the HBO show. So I think you're actually gonna get a bit more pissed off people, honestly, if the show stays truthful to the game.
Yeah,
Go.
well, it's going to be interesting. I do want to see what happens when that comes
Yeah.
out.
And we'll definitely, all of us will be on there. I'll be invite
yeah.
Shinke because Shinke is the reason why I played the first Last of Us to begin with. He's
Oh,
the one
okay,
who told me
nice.
about it. He's the one who let me borrow the game because I couldn't get it. So it's because of him.
Yeah.
I'm all about, playing and watching The Last of Us.
Nice. I remember the way I got my first Last of Us. They don't do this anymore. When you know the E3 conference that they normally do.
Yeah.
So Best Buy had this thing. I guess with prices going up, they stopped doing this. But during E3, during the time of E3, Best Buy did this thing where you could pre-order 3 games at a discounted price. So I remember Last of Us. This is like when Last of Us was they just had developmental footage, and only because it was done by Naughty Dog, I pre-ordered that game blind. Because Naughty Dog, they did Uncharted, they did Jak and Daxter. I like those series. So I pre-ordered Last of Us, and I forgot what other games I pre-ordered. I think I pre-ordered that and Kingdom Hearts, whatever. But so that was like that's how I ended up getting Last of Us for the first time. And I remember sitting on my sofa, and I think I played hours and hours. I beat that game in probably a few days just because I was so into the game.
Actually, it's funny because that game came out along with Bioshock Infinite and GTA 5.
Oh my god, dude! We did the midnight launch of GTA 5 at Gamers back in Guadalajara.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
I still have that video.
2013. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, 2000, and the PS4.
Dude, this is a creepy part right here when you hear the lullaby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I told you, right? My fear is seeing like a kid in the dark,
Lullaby.
like while I'm driving.
Oh yeah, of course. That's anybody's nightmare, dude. Seeing a kid alone while you're...
No, but I'm talking about like unsupervised. Like, where's your like if I see a kid in the middle of the dark with no parents and he's just wandering, I'm putting the R gear on my car and going.
Getting out of here.
Yeah, it's because you don't know if it's a ghost or like a lost child.
Exactly. It's just so weird, seeing something like that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The ghosts know that. That's why they do it. They disguise as kids because they know we're gonna stop and come back.
Exactly. More like bait, This part's weird.
Yeah, I like how they do this part because like at the beginning it's all creepy and shit, and then it becomes horny.
I know, right? Totally, like 2 different sides of emotion. I don't go to scared and horny in a millisecond. That's just a weird emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like the White Lantern. This game.
Yeah, dude, it's really
all the
funny.
emotions at once.
You get all the emotions at once.
That's one thing when I saw the reviews on this game, like people like couldn't like wrap their heads around the tone of the game because sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's creepy, sometimes it's serious, sometimes it's horny and stuff. And a lot of people was criticizing that, like, oh, I cannot wrap my head around this game. Like,
It doesn't know, like it has like a identity crisis, I guess, almost.
I don't think so. The thing is, my thing is, it's made by Russians. It's just like Russian idiosyncrasies. Probably for them is, probably they see a game like made on America and be like, oh, this game has a one note story and it's very boring because of that. I don't know. It's just like just a game made by different people.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if this game was made by Russians, but I know it was set in Russia. What was it called? Like Metro.
Metro. Metro is.
33?
Yeah. All the Metro games.
They're set in Russia, but I don't think it was actually technically developed in Russia, right?
It's made in Ukraine.
Yes, Ukraine. It's made in Ukraine, actually. Ukraine developers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that first. I didn't play the first Metro. I think it was called Metro Exodus that I played.
Oh, that's the latest one. That's
no, not the latest one. The one that came out in 2013, oh gosh, I can't remember.
You're talking about Metro Last
Light.
Last Light. Yes, that's the one.
Because there's Metro 2033. There's the first Metro came out on Xbox 360.
I didn't play that
PC.
one.
That one's good.
After that. I played the one.
Last Light came out on the PS3 era and PC. Yeah, Last Light was pretty good too. I played those too.
Those games actually are kind of immersive sim too.
Yeah, in a way.
And
it
that
is.
also has 2 different endings, I believe.
Yes, yes, they do actually. Last Light has you could release the nukes or not, or something like that. I believe. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, I only played Last Light because I upgraded my PC and it came with the graphics card that I bought. So
Okay. Oh, that's
Okay.
cool. That's a way to play it.
yeah,
But so far, dude, yeah, our hour was up. I mean, this game is fast paced. You just saw what we did. It kind of was slow in the beginning, kind of set the stage, the show, looking at the world, and then all of a sudden, I'm fighting killer robots with mustaches. Mustaches freak me out like that, so that's even scarier. And so what do you guys think of it? I mean, you guys. I mean, I know Hyper. You came in later in the game, but
it's.
you
I mean,
still.
from what I saw, like it has a game. What's that game that I'm thinking of where it's like a survival game where it's all in like infragreen. It's gonna kill me if I don't remember. I'm gonna probably I'll let you know once I research it. But it was like a strictly PC game that came to the PlayStation after. Basically, the game involves a dude hunting you down the whole time, and you're trying to escape. And it takes
The Outlast.
Outlast.
Oh, Outlast. Ah, good. That's a good guess, Shinke. I would have never guessed
That was
it,
the
but
one
yeah.
I was thinking of. Yes.
Outlast, I love Outlast, but Outlast didn't have any combat. It was like if you get caught, you're dead.
Yeah,
I love,
it was
but you know what?
like
I
you're just
love
running away.
Outlast, though. I was running a lot. You're right, but
Yeah.
Outlast, I love Outlast. I know Shinke, you're not a huge fan of like running away and one hit kills. I know you're not a fan of that, but
Nah.
what's
Sorry,
up?
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that I like hitting my bad guys in the face.
Yeah, Shinke likes fighting back because there's some games that you can't fight back. You're overpowered. You have to run. I like that because that gives me another set of fear. That's why I do like those Outlast games. So I know Shinke, you're more of like a Silent Hill, Resident Evil because it's scary. Plus, you could fight back. I definitely agree with that too.
I'd probably fall in that camp. Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with that. So Shinke, what do you think about this game? I know you're farther in this game, so you could say, I know you have more of an opinion on it.
Yeah, so far, as I mentioned at the beginning, I give it. If I had to rank it, I'll give it like a 7.58. It's a really good game. It's a really good first outing for the studios. I'm pretty excited to see what they do next.
Apollo's with you, dude. I never played Outlast. I know if you,
he knows what
defenseless is part of the fear.
You play with the reverse controllers. I can't take it seriously.
I'm inverted. Yes, exactly. I mean, being defenseless is part of the fear, though. Being defenseless. That's why those games kind of they hit hard with me. So, but yeah, I do see that. So what were you saying? So sorry, Shinke.
I know, yeah, that's fine. I was saying that it is a good outing for the studios. It's really good. The game is really good. And once you get more advanced into the story, it is not survival. It is more like a straight up Bioshock, like more combat and building your character and stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, it's really cool. The story is cool. What is really blowing my mind is the whole art direction. Like what I mentioned, the aesthetics of the game, the music. There's some trippy shit. Like a little bit after where you are right now in your save file, there's some really trippy stuff that really blew my mind. So yeah, I do recommend it. Plus, people who have Game Pass, it's on Game Pass, and PC is like $30, I think. So yeah, I would recommend it.
Awesome. Thanks.
It's already available on Game Pass?
Yes,
it is.
That's why I'm playing it on Game Pass. I'm playing on Game Pass right now.
Oh, okay. Right.
So and this game, I mean, I like it. I love this weird, like I was saying earlier, this weird autumn punk dystopia. Different part of the history here. Different culture, Bioshockish. I love it. I love the art direction. And we talked about earlier, they had some kinks in it, had some bugs, like enemies clipping, making noises, which is fine. It's not a game breaker. It's not like, oh, I don't want to play this game anymore. And I'm just surprised how this new developer, Munfish, this is their first game, and this is like AAA status. So
oh wow,
did
you have anything before this?
No, none that I know. Maybe they do something very small, mobile. I don't know. But I need to double check on that. But what I know, this is the first game.
At least as Monfish, no, they have not. Probably like guys they have done, because I think they do have people that work on Metro, but just like a couple guys. So as Monfish, this is the first game.
So that I'm impressed with that. I'm impressed, and I can't wait to see what else they'll have after this. Because if this is their first game, who knows what they're going to come out with next? So that's pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You know what? Thank you so much, guys. Shinke, thank you so much, buddy, for coming in on here. You're always welcome here. You know that, buddy. So thank you so much, man. And also Hyper Combo, thank you for coming in too as well, man. You guys, I mean, it's always a pleasure, playing games
Yeah,
and
man.
talking to you with you guys. So
Like I
really
said, I
appreciate
needed a break after that frustrating ordeal with Marvel. For a game that's supposed to be more for rated T for everyone, that was a pretty tough battle. Yeah, so I
It's,
needed
it's
that
Dark
that
Souls
break.
of Marvel or what?
Dude, I'll tell you how I beat it after the show. I don't know if it's considered cheating or not. You let me know after. I'll explain what exactly I did to actually finally beat Kingpin.
Okay,
Dude,
cool.
I was literally seeing on Google, you have questions. Someone was asking on Reddit, how do I beat Kingpin? Me and my daughter have been trying to beat it. That was like a thread.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
I need to try that out then if it's challenging. So
Yeah.
all right, cool. Let's see, and also quick shout out. Also, please, like I said before, please use code Nerdvana14 for 30 days of a limited cover price for only 99 cents. And like I said, with this app, you get knowledge of comic books, knowledge is power, and for 99 cents, it's well worth it. Please check that out. And also use code TNH10 for 10% off your purchase over at Bird City Comics. And like I said, that website, it deals more with comics, has collectibles, toys, comics, everything you need to fill up your room of collectibles or closet, whatever your setup is. So very awesome. All right, so once again, guys, thank you so much. And everyone in the comments, I mean, thank you for being with us on the show and everything else. We'll love to see you again soon. And also, I think our next show is that we're in is going to be for Monday, The Last of Us episode. What number are we on?
8. It's the second to last
8.
episode.
Yeah,
So Shinka, if you want to join us for that too, because I know if you've mastered the games and also love the show, if you want to be with us too, I would love to see you on there as well. So we could talk about, do a show review. It's on Monday at 5:30. So I think that's 8:30 your time, right?
Eastern, yeah.
7:30 my time.
7:30 your time. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm Central.
Oh,
Central.
okay.
Okay, perfect. So hopefully see you guys there. Please leave your question and comments below. If you want us to play any other games that you want us to see to play through, talk about, please let us know. So I'm truly appreciate it. All right, so let me get this on here. All right, everybody, peace out.
Bye.